Hello everyone, Namaskar, welcome to Maths Guidance. So far we have discussed 4 lectures of the chapter 4, that is linear equations in 2 variables, and we have discussed everything, all the theories we have discussed, and so many questions examples we have already discussed, and one question answer session we have done. So let us conclude the chapter today in the last lecture, that is lecture number 5, and all the questions of various types we will discuss in this lecture number 5. So yes, let's start the video and let's end this chapter 4, so that from the next video, from the next day, we will start a new chapter, that is chapter number 5. Okay, so let's start the video. So friends, let's start the video with the questions and answers part 2. The question is very lengthy. Let's read it. In countries like USA and Canada, temperature is measured in Fahrenheit, whereas in countries like India, it is measured in Celsius. Here is a linear equation that converts Fahrenheit to Celsius, that is F equal to 9 by 5C plus 32. I hope you have studied this in your science textbook. This is the required equation, which is the connection between Celsius and Fahrenheit. So F equal to 9 by 5C plus 32. Okay. Now the questions are like this. First one is, draw the graph of the linear equation above using Celsius for x-axis and Fahrenheit for y-axis. Okay. Second one is, if the temperature is 30 degrees C, what is the temperature in Fahrenheit? Okay. If the temperature is 95 degree Fahrenheit, then what is the temperature in Celsius? Alright. Fourth one is, if the temperature is 0 degree C, what is the temperature in Fahrenheit? And if the temperature is 0 degree Fahrenheit, what is the temperature in Celsius? Last one is there a temperature which is numerically the same in both Fahrenheit and Celsius? If yes, find it. Okay. So we will solve it one by one. So we have been given the equation. The equation is F equal to 9 by 5 C plus 32. So it's already been given in the form which we want to keep it. And it is also given that take this as y and take C as x. So we will draw the table here. We will draw the table here and we will keep C here in x coordinate and F in y coordinate. Okay. Now if C equal to 0, let us suppose if C equal to 0, then F equal to 32. Simple. C is 0, then this is 32. So basically this answers our this question. If the temperature is 0 degrees C, what is the in Fahrenheit? So first one we get answer from this one, and also we get one value for the table. Now let us see what is the second one. Now let us take this C as 30 degree. If C equal to 30 degree, then F equal to 9, and this 30 will be 5 6 are 30, means 9 6 are 54 plus 32, that is equal to 86 degree Fahrenheit. So if this is 30, then this is 86. Okay. Second one. Now let's take one more value. We can draw, we can plot the graph from this also, but let's take one more value. If C is equal to, let us take minus 40. Okay. Then let us see what is the value of F coming. 9 by 5 into minus 40 plus 32, that is equal to 5 8 is 40 minus 72 plus 32, that is equal to minus 40 degree Fahrenheit. So basically this is minus 40, this is also minus 40. So this is answers our this question. Is there a temperature which is numerically the same in both Fahrenheit and Celsius? If yes, find it. So minus 40 is the numerical value, but is same in both the parameters Celsius and Fahrenheit. Okay, now let's draw the graph. Let's see. Suppose we are taking the scale as 16, then 32, then 48. All right. This is minus 16. This is minus 32. This is minus 48. Here also 16, 32, minus 16 minus 32, like this, minus 16 minus 32, it is 16, it is 32. So first one was 0, 32. When it is 0, then this value will be 32. This is the first point. Second point was 30 and 86. So let us suppose this is 30. So 86 will be somewhere like this, 16, 32, 16 5s are 80, then 86, it will be somewhere like this. Here let us suppose. Now if you join these 2 points, like this, the graph will be like this. Okay, if you take some smaller values like here, then you would not have to go up to this portion. So you can take a point like here, this minus 40 minus 40. Suppose this was a point, minus 40 minus 40, then it's also okay. It will go like this. Okay, so this is the required graph. So I hope this is clear. The graph will be like this, required graph, required graph. Now this first question has been answered. This will be the graph. Now if the temperature is 30 degrees, what is the temperature in Fahrenheit, which we have seen? If the temperature is, now let us suppose this is answer 2. If the temperature is 30 degrees C, what is the temperature in Fahrenheit? If it is 30, temperature Fahrenheit will be F equal to 86 degree Fahrenheit. Okay. Now what is the third one? If the temperature is 95 degree Fahrenheit, what is the temperature in Celsius? So now we will take 95 here. 95 is equal to, we will put 95 in this equation, is equal to 9 by 5 C plus 32. This implies 95 minus 32 is equal to 9 by 5 and C. This implies 6, that is equal to 9C by 5. So 9 7 ja and C equal to 7 5 ja, 35. So 35 degree centigrade is the answer. It is the answer. That means if Fahrenheit is 95, then Celsius will be 35. Okay, this is our third one. Fourth one you have already seen. If the temperature is 0 degrees C, the Fahrenheit will be 32. Okay, and if the temperature is 0 degree Fahrenheit, then temperature in Celsius. Okay, so let's do the fourth one. Here it is Fahrenheit is 0. So here it is 0. Then what will be C? So 0 is equal to 9 by 5 C plus 32. This implies 9 by 5 C is equal to minus of 32. This implies C equal to minus 32 into 5 by 9, that is equal to 1 minus 160 by 9, that is minus 17070, almost minus 18, almost minus 18 degree C. Okay, so when Fahrenheit is 0, then Celsius will be almost minus 18. So this value almost minus 18 and Fahrenheit will be 0. Okay, you can see from the graph also, this is cutting at the same point, this point minus 18 and 0. All right, and the last one, there is a temperature, yes, minus 40 degree. Minus 40 is the temperature, is a numerical value in which Fahrenheit and Celsius both are equal. You can see from this graph, this point, this is also minus 40 and here also minus 40. This is the point. So I hope all the questions have been answered. This is a very good question and it's in NCERT textbook also. So you have to practice this question. It's a good question. All right, and you have to remember some things, like you have to remember this formula also. You have to remember this value also, like minus 40. You have to know that if temperature is 0 degrees C, then what is the value of Fahrenheit? Okay, 32. Likewise, and if the Fahrenheit is 0, what is the value should be in Celsius? So it is minus 18, all equivalent to minus 18. So this is an important question. All right, let's move forward. So now let's do these two questions. Question number 2. Keep the geometric representations of 2x plus 9 equal to 0 as an equation, first one in one variable and second one in two variables. Alright. Third question is draw the graph of the equation 3x plus 2y equal to 6. Find the coordinates of the point where the graph cuts the y-axis. No problem. Let's solve these two questions. Question 2. So the given equation is 2x plus 9 equal to 0. 2x plus 9 equal to 0, which is an equation in one variable. So we can calculate 2x equal to minus 9 or x is equal to minus 9 by 2. Okay. So first question is give the geometric representation in one variable. So what we will do, we will draw the number line. This 0, 1, 2. This minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, like this. Okay. And we have to locate x equal to minus 9 by 2 means minus 4 and half. So it will be some in between, midway in between minus 4 and minus 5. This will be x equal to minus 9 by 2. And this will be the geometric representation in one variable. Okay. So now let us do the second one. In two variables. We have to show it geometrically in two variables. Now the equation is 2x plus 9 equal to 0. Now we can write it as 2x plus 0 into y plus 9 equal to 0. That is the standard form. Okay. We will do the same thing but with one change. Let us suppose this is 0, this is minus 4, this is minus 8. Okay. This is 4 and this is 8. The value which we have is x equal to minus 9 by 2. That is, let us suppose it is here, minus 9 by 2. This is the y coordinate. Okay, this is the y coordinate, y axis, and this is x axis. So minus 9 by 2 is here. So since y, whatever value we give to y, it will become 0. Let us suppose we take one point here. This x coordinate is always minus 9 by 2, but y coordinate may change because we have y as 0. Let us take one point here. Now we will draw the line. This will be the required graph. Basically, this is our x minus 9 by 2, 0. This is minus 9 by 2 and 2. We can take more values here, like that. So, and if you draw the line, it will be parallel to the y-axis, which we have studied this in the graph of special cases, that the line parallel to y-axis will be like this. And we can say that in two variables we have shown this one in two variables because the value of y is always 0. Okay, so we will draw a line parallel to y-axis at a distance of minus 9 by 2. So this answers our second question. Now let us do question number 3. Draw the graph of the equation 3x plus 2y equal to 6. Find the coordinates of the point where the graph cuts the y-axis. Okay, where the graph cuts the y-axis means x coordinate will be 0. Now the equation is 3x plus 2y equal to 6. Okay, 3x plus 2y equal to 6. Now we will draw the table. X and y. So if x equal to 0, then y equal to 3. This is 0, then 2y equal to 6, y equal to 3, 0, 3. If y equal to 0, then x equal to 2. This is 0, then 3x equal to 6, x equal to 2. Now we will draw the graph. Okay, we will draw the graph. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, like this. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Okay, x is 0, then y is 3. this will be the value. Now y is 0, then x is 2, this will be the value, x2 y 0. Okay, now you draw this one. It will be like this. This is the required graph, and the question was draw the graph. This is the required graph. Find the coordinates of the point where the graph cuts the y-axis. So the graph is cutting here. It will be 0 and 3. This will be the answer, and this will be the required graph. Required graph. Okay. So this is the way to solve the problem. Now let's move to some more questions. All right. Now let's solve these 1, 2, 3, 4 questions. Okay. Let's solve these 4 questions. Question number 1 is the linear equation. These are all objective type questions. At least 3 of these are objectives. The linear equation this has a unique solution, 2 solutions, infinitely many solutions, no solution. So this is a linear equation in 2 variables, and we know that a linear equation in 2 variables has infinitely many solutions. Okay, so we don't need to write anything, just we can say that it has infinitely many solutions. Now the second one is the graph of the line y equal to 2 passes through the point this and this. Let us solve this one. Y equal to 2. Let us suppose this is the x axis, this is the y axis. Okay, y equal to 2. Let us suppose this is 1, this is 2. Y equal to 2, here it lies. So y equal to 2 means this will be a line parallel to x axis and going through y equal to 2. Basically this will be the graph. So y equal to 2 passes through the point 2, 0, no, it will be parallel to the x axis. 2, 3, no. 5, 2, yes, it can, because it will go through these points. Suppose this point is x equal to 5, so it is passing through 5, 2, we can say yes, this will be our answer. Any value of x you can put here, but the value of y will be 2 because the line is y equal to 2. All right. Now let us see the third one. Third question. If each of these points is a solution of linear equation in x and y, then the equation is this and this. So we will have to see one by one. So the first equation is x minus y equal to 0. Are these points satisfying this equation? Let us take the first one. When x is minus 2 and y is 2. So x is minus 2 and y is 2. That is equal to minus 4, which is not equal to 0. So this is not satisfying. So you leave this one. Let us take the second one, x plus y equal to 0. If you see, all of the points given here will satisfy this equation. Minus 2 and 2. So minus 2 plus 2 equal to 0. 0 plus 0 equal to 0. 2 minus 2 equal to 0. So basically this will be our answer. X plus y equal to 0. It will satisfy all the points we have been given here. Okay. So this is the solution. Now let us solve this one. Fourth one. Okay, fourth one. So the fourth question is express y in terms of x. Given that x by 5 plus 2y equal to 3, check whether this is a solution of the given equation. Okay. Given equation is x by 5 plus 2y is equal to 3. Okay. We can write it x plus 2y into 5, that is equal to 3 into 5, multiplying both sides, or you take LCM, whatever you like. So this will be x plus 10y is equal to 15, or 10y is equal to 15 minus x, or y is equal to 15 minus x divided by 10. This was required. Y equal to 15 minus x by 10. This was required x plus y in terms of x. So y equal to 15 minus x by 10. Now we have to check whether this point is a solution of the given equation. So just put the value of x and y. So minus 5 and 2. That means x equal to minus 5 and y equal to 2. And we have to put in this equation. So y, the equation was y equal to 15 minus x divided by 10. Okay, so we will put here y equal to 2. That will be equal to 15 minus x minus 5 divided by 10. That is equal to 15 plus 5 divided by 10. That is equal to 20 divided by 10. That is equal to 2. So 2 equal to 2. So it is satisfying. So minus 5 and 2 is a solution of the given equation because it satisfies. Is a solution of the given equation. Why? Because it is satisfying the equation of the given equation. Answer. So all these questions we have solved. Okay, let's move on. Now let's solve these two questions and after that we will conclude the chapter. So solution of question 5. The question is like this. Find the area bounded by the line this, the x-axis and the y-axis. Okay, so first of all we will draw the graph of this line x plus y equal to 6. X plus y is equal to 6. We can draw a simple table. We can do it orally because it's a simple equation. X and y. Suppose x equal to 3, then y is also 3. Suppose x is 4, then y is 2. Okay, now we will draw it. We will plot the graph. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be 1, 2 and 3. Okay, I think a negative value we don't need, but let's do it. No problem. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 1 and minus 2. Okay, when x is 3, then y is 3. So this will be here. When x is 4, then y is 2. This will be here. When x is 3, y is 3. When x is 4, then y is 2. This will be here. Okay. And now, just do it like this. When you draw the graph, it will go like this. So let's make the graph smaller. Okay. Let's do it 2, 4, 6, 8. This will be 2, this will be 4. Here it will be 3. Okay. First one will be 3, 3. 3 and 3, it will be here. Midway. 3 and 3. Okay. Second one will be 4 and 2. So 4 and 2, it will be here. And when you do it, it goes like this. It goes like this. Okay. This will be the required graph. Now the values cannot be the exact. We will find it through the equation also. Area bounded by the line this, the x-axis and the y-axis. So the x-axis will be like this, y-axis will be like this. So where this graph will cut in x-axis, since this is not clear from the graph, but we can find it. Put y equal to 0. So x equal to 6. So this is correct. This will be 6, 0. This is correct value. So the graph is also correct. We can see from here, if y equal to 0, x equal to 6. Now, what is this point? This point will be when x equal to 0, then y equal to 6. So basically this is also correct. This is 6. So 0, 6. So this area we have to find. So you can see this is a triangle. So area of a triangle is equal to area of triangle. Let us suppose this is O, this is A and this is B. Area of triangle OAB is equal to half base into height. So what is the base? Base is 6. And what is the height? Height is also 6. So basically this is 18. What is the unit? No unit is given. So 18 units. The area will be 18 units. Okay. If you draw the graph on a graph paper, you will see it will cut here in 6, 0 and here 0, 6. Okay. So now let's solve this question number 6. Question 6. Draw the graph for each of the equations this and this on the same graph paper and find the coordinates of the point where the two straight lines intersect. Okay, no problem. So we will draw the two graphs. These two equations we have been given. We will draw the two graphs on the same paper. X plus y equal to 6 and x minus y equal to 2. So the first equation is x plus y is equal to 6. I think it is same here given. Okay. And the second one is x minus y is equal to 2. So we will draw the table first. We will draw the table. So this will be same, x y 3 3 4 2. Okay. Now this here you will have x y. Suppose x is 0. Suppose x is 0, then y will be minus 2. Okay. And when x is 4, then y will be 2. These two values are same. You can see it. So basically this will be the point where these two graphs intersect. Let's see it graphically. Okay. Let's plot the graph. It will be like this. Let us suppose this is 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3. Minus 1 minus 2 minus 1 minus 2. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. Alright. Graph of x plus y equal to 6. It will go like this. It will go like this, 3 3 3 3 and 4 2 4 2. It will go like this, which we have seen earlier. Okay, this is 6. Now x minus y equal to 2, that is 0 minus 2, 0 minus 2, it will be here, and 4 2, it will be here, 4 and 2, 4 2 somewhere here. And when you draw these graphs, it will cut in the same point, that is 4 2, 4 2, because 4 2 is also a point for this graph and 4 2 is also a point for this graph. So these two graphs will intersect at 4 2. Alright, so this is the solution. 4 2 is the solution. With this, let us conclude the chapter. Okay. So guys, we have solved some 6 questions and some very good questions taken from both the NCERT textbook and also from R.S. Agarwal, and these are the standard questions, very good questions which are important for the examination point of view. So in 5 lectures, let us conclude this chapter, that is linear equation in two variables, chapter 4. So we have finished this chapter 4, and from the next lecture, from the next day, we will move on to chapter 5, that is introduction to Euclid's geometry. Okay, so let's hope you are enjoying my videos, and please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.